All right, guys, today we're going to talk about how to clear the mechanism and certain ways that we can go about accomplishing that. All right, let's get into it. So, the best example that I have on clearing the mechanism is from a movie from a little while ago with Kevin Costner. He's done lots of great movies, but it's a baseball movie. He's actually done a few baseball movies, but this one I think is one of my favorites, and it is For the Love of the Game. Okay, he's a pitcher. His name is Billy Chappell. Let's check out what I'm talking about when I say clear the mechanism. All right.
You can always tell when I'm in
Yo, Chapo! You suck! You stink on ice! You couldn't pitch a 10!
clear the mechanism. Hello, Mike.
Okay, so you see what he does there. Hey? He zones everything out, all of the background information and noise and chatter and heckling, and it all goes away. And all he is dealing with is him and Mike, which is the hitter, the batter. Okay, that's all he's focused on. And you know what? In pool, we have to do the same thing. I kind of like baseball because they do have all that noise and all that heckling and stuff. They don't quiet it down. Not like in golf and in pool and tennis and stuff where there's no noise at all, except for on the 16th hole at the Phoenix Open. That one is a loud one. They actually allow the fans to make as much noise as they want there. And you know what? Some golfers cannot handle it. They don't know how to clear the mechanism. So, what kind of noise do we need to clear? Well, there's sports games on when they're playing. There's people talking around the tables. There's people walking. There's glasses breaking. you know, there's a lot of distractions. Sometimes there's even people bumping us. That's kind of where I draw the line. But everything else, we need to learn how to zone out. We just focus on us and Mike. Right? Okay, so let's get into some ways and discuss a little bit about uh, how we can clear the mechanism. Okay, first off, I already covered some of the external things that happen when we're playing a pool match, a pool game. Okay, yes, there's lots of things going on around us, but that's only 50% of the noise that we need to clear. The rest of the noise is 6 inches between our ears, baby. And that is some of the worst noise sometimes, okay? Um, it could be self-doubt. It could be you putting yourself down. It could be like thoughts of inferiority, whatever, insecurity. You could be thinking, oh, this guy's going to kick my butt because he's a better player or she's a better player. It could be a lot of different things. It could also be you thinking about all sorts of stuff in your game that you should not be thinking about at a match. Some of that stuff is for thinking about on the practice table. Okay, I got to compensate just a little bit here for this, and I got to aim a little bit over there for that, and maybe I should play left, and maybe I shouldn't play right. Maybe I should. All that stuff you need to work out on a practice table, doing drills, practicing what your weaknesses are, what you're weak on. Okay, there's different ways to practice, but matches and tournaments are won on the practice table. When you are playing in a match, you need to clear your brain of all of that useless thoughts and information. If you're practicing enough, it goes on to autopilot. You know naturally what to do. You get down, you take the shot, you know what you need to do to come around for shape, you just do it. Okay? And I didn't get that great a shape there, but just an example. You know what you need to do because you've been practicing it hundreds and thousands of times. It comes natural. And when it's natural, you commit. When you're insecure and you're not sure, you don't commit. You do halfway shots, you halfway commit, you're too light. And, you know, a lot of different, you shoot too soft because you're a little bit insecure. A lot of things happen. We need to clear the noise in our heads. And sometimes you can't just push delete. You actually have to dilute. Okay? Not delete, dilute. What does that mean? It means when you want to get rid of a bad habit, you have to replace it with a good habit. That's the only way. And eventually, the more you do that, you dilute that bad habit right out. It goes. Okay? So if you want to get rid of some negative thinking, you have to counteract that with some positive thinking. So when you get up to a shot, you're like, I'm Shane frickin' Van Boning. I'm Efren Reyes, baby. And you think, you tell yourself these things. And then you miss and you blame Big Al for missing because it didn't work. But point is, you have to get some positive thinking when you're in a match. And you don't want to be wasting all your mental energy on all these little calculations and mathematical equations and things that you could work out on a practice table. They don't have a place in a match. Not really, okay? Yes, you want to be thinking about the pattern and you want to be thinking about making the shot. What you don't want to be thinking on is all the little intricate details about every single shot. You just want to be able to make them, right? You watch good players and pros, and they make it look easy because it is easy. They don't have to, they're not thinking about, they're not cluttering their minds with a whole bunch of details. Now, practice is important, but there is a few different ways to practice, okay? There's drills, yes. There's practicing shots that you're, in particular, that you might be a little weak on, that you miss more than 50% of the time. And there's also playing fun games of practice. You know, have you ever heard people, or have you ever said, I don't get it. On a practice table, I can make anything. When I'm playing on the practice table, I can make any shot, and then I get in a match and I freeze up. There's reasons for that, okay? Because you're not playing the same way that you would be in a match, okay? You're not treating it the same. You're walking up, you're loosey-goosey. You're not thinking about all sorts of things. You're not putting that stress in your brain and cluttering your brain with all sorts of extra thoughts. You're actually just going out and making the shots, okay? And that is a good thing in itself, okay? And practicing like that is good. I mean, Shane Van Boning, I've watched a lot of his practice sessions, and he'll just practice running out tables. And when he misses the shot, he'll actually just do that shot 3 or 4 or 5 times until it clicks naturally. Because yeah, he does miss shots too. Or when he misses his shape extremely or something, he'll just redo that several times until he's got it, and then he continues on with his practice runs. Okay, that's great. That's a good way of practicing. Okay, but how you do something is how you do anything usually. So, or how you do anything is how you do something. However you want to, or everything, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is that practice makes perfect. Okay, so when you're practicing and in a match, before a match or whatever, you're doing some drills or you're practicing with a friend, playing some friendly games, treat it like you're in a $50,000 match. Okay, you're still going to be playing safeties. You're still going to be practicing higher percentage shots. Okay, you're still going to be practicing those things. And if you're practicing like you're just smashing them on the practice table and going for 3 banks here and 8 banks there and all this kind of crap that you normally wouldn't do in a match, you're just hurting yourself because that's not practice. Okay, even doing trick shots doesn't really have a place in a match. Okay, in real matches. Sometimes when you have to get out of a trouble to not give up ball in hand, but that's about it. Okay, other than that, they are just for fun. All right, so let's get into some details about. I did this video actually a while ago, and it kind of talks about the inner mind, how we talk to ourselves, which you are you listening to? Check it out.
So when you go to make a shot, which you are you listening to? Let's take a look. So what's the plan? Well, obviously the plan is I'm going to make the 5 and break out the 3 and the 8. You suck. You suck. Loser. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Loser. 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 You suck. You're not going to make that shot. You suck. Ah, I told you. So what's the plan? Yeah, the plan is to make the 5 and break out the 3. Yeah, you can make that shot. Yeah, I know you can do it. You can do it. Winner, 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 winner. I'm a big fan. Winner, winner. Yeah.
All right, kind of a funny video, a little dramatic, I know. But you know what? It is true because we do talk to ourselves in a bad way. We are our biggest influences on ourselves, not just in pool, in life. We hear our voice more than anybody else's, whether it's external or internal, our self-talk, our thoughts, okay? We are our biggest influence on ourselves. So, they say if you want to be a winner, you got to hang around winners. Yeah, well, you hang around you more than anybody else. Okay, so it's very important to treat yourself kindly. And sometimes honesty is a thing that is a creation unto itself. Sometimes you have to speak things into existence. Okay, so I say, "Oh, I'm the greatest pool player that ever lived," and then I miss the shot. Okay, um, you know, you have to be able to keep saying that because when you say that to yourself, the little monkey on the shoulder says, "You're full of crap." It's like, what are you even talking about? You're an idiot. You're a loser. And then you have to put the good monkey on the other side that says, no, I'm Shane frickin' Van Boning. I'm Efren frickin' Reyes. Okay? And you let the shot go, all right? So, uh, the self-talk is important. And like I said, it helps create less clutter in the brain and it helps you to clear the mechanism, okay? So good practice, uh, good self-talk, and actual physical practice of clearing out the exterior noise when you're up at a table. All good things to be able to help you to just focus on you and Mike, which I just put in the pocket. Anyways, we'll talk soon, guys. Thanks.